Good morning, everybody. Hopefully we are all tuned in here today. We are here for the Tuesday Toweldown to see who was the lucky winner of our giveaway this weekend. Oh, Jeremy Main, good to see you here, man. What's up with you? Down with the Rona? Oh, how's that, man? Fuck, I hope you're well now. I was wondering where you're at, man. It's been a while since I've seen you here. Anyway, yeah, the Rona got you, man. I hope you're good now. I see you said you're okay-ish, so it's a bit of a bugger. Hopefully you are feeling a lot better now. Unfortunately, due to the Rona, you weren't part of this weekend's competition, neither was Ness, so that's a bit of a bugger. But we did have a winner. I don't know if the winner is here today. I was done in by a couple of legs here. I thought Cherupovits would play a lot better than they did. They actually played terribly. The Broncos didn't get the help from the refs this week they got last week, so they lost again. Falcons didn't play overly great against them. They just capitalised on every opportunity they got when they were given good field position, which is all you need to do to win in this game. The Titans took care of business. The scoreline was closer than it actually showed on the field. 24-17 was their final. Titans, really, the game's more of a 24-3 final. They just gave up 2 touchdowns late. One was by back-to-back really bad flags that I'm still dumbfounded at today that they were thrown, but they still got the job done. Washington football team started too slowly. They only lost by 3. It was 23-20. As I thought, Tua would come out and continue the great Tua story that's going to happen this year. He's 2-0 and almost up to equal rights there with Matt Ryan as a starter in the NFL. It's a pretty interesting scenario, what we have here. We had Love Tua. That's good to hear, Jeremy. He's playing pretty well for everybody. Hey,
welcome to Ranger HQ.
Welcome to Ranger HQ. Hope you're having a good day, morning, evening, wherever you are. We had a couple of games that were wiped off the board in Torino, Crotone and Bremen, Cologne. Torino were the better side for most of that game. They just couldn't break through Crotone's defence. Even though Crotone had a red card, when that red card happened, it just went full defence. And Torino just didn't have the ability to break through, so that was a wipe. This week's board is only out of 10, but we did have a winner. My slip-up on Washington and Cherupovits cost me the back-to-back-to-back defence, so we were able to give away the $30 voucher this week, and unfortunately it doesn't look like anybody that won is here at the moment. I'll quickly pull up the viewer list, because it was not either Atlas or Jeremy or Gorsam or Ness who are in the comment section at the moment. It was Held Left Endy. So Held Left Endy actually went one short of a perfect pick this week. He got 9 from 10. He had a really good week. I unfortunately slipped up, 1, 2, 3 times. So I ended up 7 from 10. So I can update the top scoreboard there for everybody to see how I ended up. Plus 7 gets me to 64. 64 plus 10 to 88. So right now I'm sitting at 64 from 88, which is really, really good. Break that down into percentages for everybody. Sitting at 78%. That's not bad. That's not bad at all, chat. That's not bad. Anybody would think I'm some sort of professional gambler that makes a living from this kind of stuff. But the results are in the pudding, and you've seen every pick come through so far. We had the one bad week that really emulsified the total. If it wasn't for that week, I'd probably be sitting at about 70, 71. I did throw the ball at the wall there, though, and try and pick a few too many outsiders that week. I paid the price. I did get some of them right, but not all of them. I thought it was going to be a yucky week. It happens. And I've been going too good, so possibly the next one on Thursday could be another one where you guys get me back. So if Health Left Handy is here, make yourself known so we can congratulate you. If not, I will be sending you a private message so that you can claim your $30 gift voucher. This week it is reset back to $10. And I'll see if I can stop you guys all from winning again this week. But as it sits right now, all we're looking at a very impressive total of 64 from 88 for a 78% hit rate, which is pretty insane. My board is very eclectic. It has NFL, soccer, ice hockey, sometimes it will include rugby union, you have the Six Nations. We had the huge upset by the Wallabies this week beating the All Blacks, 24-22. I would say that they did have a lot of inside help from the dodgy refereeing. I'm Australian, I can admit that. It was a very poorly officiated game. The red card that the All Blacks got was rather laughable. I don't know how you give that as a red card. I guess he evened the score by giving a Wallaby a red card not too long after, because I guess he must have realised that the card that he gave out was terrible. I'm a sports purist. I'll tell you as it is. I have absolutely no qualm in saying what I see on the field. And there was way too much help for the Wallabies in that contest. Way too much help. They won, don't take it away from them, they got the W, but was it truly earned? I don't know. The quick score off the starting opening play was pretty impressive, but after that it was a lot of handouts from the ref, if you ask me. Agree there, Jeremy. The Rona got your keyboard too, man. Yeah, but as it is, we're looking at we had a couple of others that came close. We had Aurelius Atlas, who tied with me on 7. Then after that, the rest were all 6 and below. So we only had the one real standout performer in Hand Lefty. But as I said, if Hand Lefty's not here, I will... As I said, for those just tuning in now, as we've had a spike in viewers, that the winner was Hand Lefty. So he's claimed the $30 gift voucher this week. I do have a very eclectic board that I'm looking at this Thursday again, guys. So... make sure you are keeping an eye out for that, because it's going to be a very, very interesting board that we have on Thursday. I guarantee it. There's going to be a lot of hard picks. And as I said, I like to make a board that is not easy. I like to challenge you guys. And I'd like to think that my sports knowledge is pretty good. I mean, as you can look up there, I'm doing pretty damn well with the Pick'ems totals. Give you a hint, it's actually the UEFA Nations League. So we're looking at some international football this weekend. It is international weekend because for some reason they keep trying to push this stupid Europa UEFA Nations League. It's rather garbage. Don't ask me why. But we do have some pretty decent matchups there. There's going to be some actual interesting games. We'll see how we go there. There's actually, I think it's Saturday. I'll have a quick gander there on Saturday. The Swedish SHL and the Swiss National League has some very interesting ice hockey matchups too. So we'll be including those into our lookout for our weekend challenges, which will be very helpful for you guys. I'm giving you a bit of information so you can do a bit of homework, so you can get your results out. There's going to be a lot of American football over the weekend too, as always. And I think there is actually some Euro League basketball and Champions League basketball this week. Yeah, Euro League Friday, we'll have a couple of those games, as Euro League is one of my favourite European basketball leagues. It's rather interesting because the teams are very evenly matched and it's a very tight contest. It's got some thank you for heads up, no problem Jeremy man. I am very interested, however, in one very in particular game in the American Football League this weekend. I will tell you which one it is, guys, so you can have a little bit of a breakdown of it. The one game that I'm very interested in this week is the Cleveland Browns against the Houston Texans. I'll tell you why on Thursday. I'm not going to give you any tips or advice now, but on Thursday I will give you a bit more information as to how I see this game going. It's going to be a very interesting match, I'll give you that much for nothing. I really do feel that this is going to be the most interesting game of the week. It's got a lot of talent on both teams. It's got a lot of speed. It's got a lot of speed on defense for the Browns. And with a couple of disenchanted players on the Texans defense that are wanting to show out for a new team next season, this could be the perfect game for it. Because the Browns O-line is pretty soft and it's pretty easy to break through. I'm looking at you, JJ Watt. But guys, there's been some very big games this week for us. I think the West Ham game could have been another draw because the rookie striker from Fulham absolutely gashed a penalty at the end of the game, so it stayed 1-0. It was a horrible penalty. It was bad. Very bad. With that said, we also had the chance for Cherepovets to win, but they choked at the end of the game, letting in 2 late goals for Nur Sultan to steal the game. Munich scored a winner late, 3-2. It was a very good game too. Leverkusen won their game, I think it was 4-3 or something insane like that. It was a very high-scoring game, that one. As I said, Torino just weren't in it. They couldn't break down the own defence, and when they started putting 7 in the box after the red card, it was a very boring game. Miami was very interesting to watch. They were only a 3-point winner as well. The Cards, I just think their real problem right now is play calling. Their play calling is so vanilla and so bad. It just doesn't seem to change week on week. They need to get better in their play calling. They need to be able to mobilise their offence a bit better. I don't understand still to this day why they're throwing bubble screens to Larry Fitzgerald. Every time I see it, I just facepalm myself. It's It's really, really daft. I have no idea why they're doing it. The Raiders, they actually made that game a bit closer than need be. Max Crosby's coming on again with a lot of sacks this season. He's a very good defensive end. I think the Raiders have a lot of key pieces going together at the moment, and they're going to be a rather competitive side. They have a tough division now that's really evolving. I mean, you've got the Chiefs at the top of the pack there, with Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Kelsey, Hilaire, even with Le'Veon Bell getting some ball every now and then. Frank Clark on defense, Tyrann Mathieu. It's a loaded roster. And I think these guys are going to take, rather team-friendly deals so that they can stay together, because they want to win rings. That's what they're all there for. I think even though Mahomes had this huge record-breaking contract, he'll restructure it probably next season so he can keep the team together. He seems like the kind of guy that wants to win, and he knows that his contract is just way too much of a financial burden on the team, especially with the salary cap dropping next year. Then after the Raiders, I'd say you probably got the Chargers. The Chargers are growing. Their defense is very underrated. Joey Bosa is a monster off the edge when he's healthy. They have, I believe, it's Veray they have? Or did they get rid of Veray? I can't remember. I think it's Veray. They've had a few injuries in the cornerback position, and after trading away Desmond King to the Titans, I think they're a little bit weak there now. So that's probably where they're going to be looking in the off-season to get better. Their offense probably needs a few... They desperately need a running back. This 3 running back committee they've got just isn't working. I would suggest that they focus on getting Kelly the ball more, because he seems to be the more dynamic runner when he has it. But also the offensive line isn't really opening much in the way of holes for what's coming out of the backfield. So the Chargers aren't really a side that's going to be doing much this year, but if they can get some pieces in the off-season, they could be competitive, because Herbert is going to be a Tier 1 quarterback within the next 5 years. I don't guarantee it, but I feel that he will be. He passes a very nice ball. He does make the odd stupid play every now and then, but he's still young, and he's working his way into the league. So I think you're looking at a side there that's going to be very competitive within the near future. The Raiders are more of a nowish kind of side, with Derek Carr really being hated by his own fan base for some unknown reason. He's had a couple of rough seasons after his injury, but he's managed to get back into the spot that he once was. He's playing at MVP level this season. I don't know why his fans still hate him. I don't get it. The Raiders do have a really good defense. People are bagging Clelin Ferrell, but the amount of pressure and double teams that he contains or demands opens everything up for Max Crosby. So you won't have such a successful Max Crosby without Clelin Ferrell there. You get rid of Ferrell, you won't have Max Crosby playing at the level that he is right now. That's just the cost of not having Ferrell there. I like what Max Crosby's doing, but Clelin Ferrell is the key ingredient to his success. And the Raiders fans, I don't know why they don't see this or understand it, but I'll leave it at that. As we move back up the board, Washington football team, New York Giants, nobody really cares about those two teams. They're both major flops this year. It was nice to see Aaron Smith come on late for the football team after Allen got hurt, and he played really well. It was like 270-something yards in the first 2 quarters he played. It was really nice to see. The Titans, they rested Derrick Henry this game and still won. So he'll be ready to go this Thursday against the divisional rival Colts. That's going to be a big game this Thursday. Titans need to win it. Then you got the Falcons against the Broncos. It's another toilet bowl game there. The Falcons have a lot of talent on offense, but their defense is just straight garbage. The Broncos almost came back late. I think it ended 27-34. I think it was 34-6 at some point. Broncos just... They like the fourth quarter, I'll give them that much. They don't like the other 3, but they love the fourth quarter. The Falcons, on the other hand, are the complete opposite. They like the first 3 quarters and absolutely hate the fourth. So it was always going to be fireworks in that fourth quarter there. And for the rest of the board, it's all pretty straightforward, guys. But what I'll be doing now is I'll be ending this stream here. Share it with your friends. Try and get more people involved in the pick'em board this Thursday. That'd be great. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in to the Tuesday Toweldown. As always, stay frosty.
Hey everybody, my name's TheF4D3. Thanks for tuning into this YouTube video. I stream weekly on Twitch at twitch.tv/TheF4D with a 4 and a 3. Weekdays Monday to Friday, 9:30am to 5pm CET. Be sure to drop by the stream and give it a look.